I actually paid $1,000 and went to a product development company in Cincinnati, and that's how I found out about how to get a manufacturer. Manufacturers are in China. If you know the information, you don't have to pay $1,000. So I'm about to drop a gem for everybody.
Alright, so this afternoon I'm here with the owner of Smoke Grip, Cassius Bell. How you doing today?
Great, man. I feel so blessed and fortunate to be able to bring this content, do this interview.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Man, where we at? Tell me a little bit about this place. Where we at right now?
Shit, we got the renowned Nostalgia. Cincinnati, Ohio, OTR. One of the only black-owned bars here on the Strip.
Yeah, that's what's up. I'm feeling the vibe in here. You from Cincinnati, right?
Born and raised, Price Hill, aka the Crack, back in the day. Yeah, man. So born and raised in Price Hill, inner city. It's gentrified. It's pretty gentrified now, but.
All right. Tell me about childhood and how you grew up.
Man, I grew up. Had two parents in the household. Me and my older brother. We looked just alike. About 2 years apart though. Grew up hooping, playing basketball. Pops had us hooping. Had a ball in the crib. Went to school, went to college on a basketball scholarship, and came out working in the workforce for 10 years and been working on this invention for 5 years. And finally got it ready, got it set to put it out, start promoting.
Thanks. So you said, where college? Did you play basketball in college?
Yeah, I hooped in college. Florida A&M was my first college scholarship. I went to Florida A&M for 1 year. That was what, 09, 08, 09. And then I transferred, went to JUCO college here in Cincinnati, and then transferred again to Benedict College in Columbia, South Carolina, and finished out there on a basketball scholarship, graduated, got my piece of paper, graduated, came back home, went right into the workforce, 9 to 5, working at schools at first. Then I was a college recruiter for about 5 years, and that coincides with how I got this thing up and starting, working at the JUCO for 5 years.
Working at the college was part of the process of you starting Smoke Grip. Tell me a little bit about that. What you mean by that?
For sure. So, yeah, I was working at the JUCO for about 5 years. That job was paying, let me think, man, I want to say like $1,200 every 2 weeks. Management I had to deal with and whatnot. So the significance it has is everything I got done at that JUCO college I was working at. So I went over to the engineering side, went up to a teacher, and pretty much asked them, you know, could you make this idea? I got an idea. Could I pay you under the table? And it's actually a terminology for that. I'm thinking it's like illegal to do that or something. Nah, I mean, they do that all the time, you know, work with people. So I got my product developed by a master engineer over at the JUCO college I was working at, paying under the table. As soon as he had something that I thought was similar to what I wanted, I went to a lawyer, told him to patent it. It's patent pending right now, currently. I mean, everything from the logo I got done at Cincinnati State from I think it's called a design teacher. It was a teacher. You know, I went to the teacher, engineering teacher, design teacher.
Tell me a little bit about what was the inspiration for you creating this product.
Man, I wanted something for myself. I wanted a blunt holder, a joint holder for myself, basically. I mean, shoot, I was looking around, and when I was looking for it, a joint holder or a blunt holder, I looked for them, and none of them was adjustable. I mean, it was more so like 99% of them were like a hookah tip. You know, you roll your joint on your blunt, you stick it all the way down till it gets snug. Once it get to a roach, you can't use it no more. So I was like, shoot, that's what I think I want. So the invention that I have is a product that I wanted for myself. and that I saw wasn't out there. So you either had to have a perfect filter to fit like a one of them cigarette holders and whatnot. And so when I saw it wasn't one out there, I took it upon myself to try to make the device that I wanted for myself. And after 5 years, I got one.
I love it. So I know this has been a really challenging process, right? So to go from an idea in your head to the actual physical product, what was that like? I know I've been there a little bit through the process. You've been dealing with manufacturers over in China. Like talk to us a little bit about just how challenging that was.
It was challenging because you don't know. You putting your money into something, you don't know if it's even going to work. The way I've been actually funding this whole project is basically my 9 to 5. When I switched to 9 to 5, I took out my retirement. I refinanced my house, took a second mortgage out of my house, refinanced my car twice, maxed out some credit cards, paid some of them off with what I got out of 5 years of working 9 to 5 and whatnot, and refinancing my house and what I was able to pay some of that off, but still ran it back up. I'm in some debt, as you can imagine, but I do believe in this product. I think it's a pretty good product. The family and friends, the dozens of people that I have sold a smoke grip to, they have all liked the product, and they are what you would call smokers. So if they approve of it, I think it's an essential product for it's an accessory that every smoker should definitely have in a trippy kit, is what I like to call it. Because honestly, bro, a lot of successful people got stuff in common, and I have a long way to go with this bad boy. So, but over my experience, a lot of successful people, they've been in some fights. They didn't been in some fights growing up. You know what I mean? Pressure makes build diamonds. That type of thing. Y'all heard that saying. I'm sure you don't like none of the trials and tribulations while you're going through it. But once it's over with, and you came out that mug alive and well, and you get stronger from it. So, yeah, any trials and tribulations you go through, you don't like it when you're going through it. But when it's over, you like. You better from it.
So Cassius, tell me a little bit about, I know you said you grew up in a 2-parent home, but I guess would you consider yourself middle class growing up, lower class, upper class?
Yeah, I would consider middle class, and I'm definitely trying to jump up a class. So whether you jump in a class, whether you jump in lower to middle to higher, that takes. It's hard to do. So, that's what I'm definitely trying to do. As I got out here and lived more experience, went from Cincinnati to Florida to Columbia, South Carolina, I realized, I was right in the middle. It's less fortunate people, it's more fortunate people. But I definitely want to take my family to jump a class, for sure.
Absolutely. All right, so Cassius, tell me a little bit about how you were able to acquire your manufacturer. What was that process like?
Okay, so I actually paid $1,000 and went to a product development company in Cincinnati, and that's how I found out about how to get a manufacturer. So, if you know the information, you don't have to pay $1,000. So I'm about to drop a gem for everybody. There's websites out there where you can put your product or your dimensions or your measurements on the website, and manufacturers will give you a quote on that product or those measurements and to make your product. So it's called mfg.com. mfg.com. And you can put in your specs, and manufacturers will give you quotes on your product, and you pick which one. There could be some from China, Europe, Asia, the manufacturers, USA, all over, manufacturers all over the world. And you know, you pick the best one. You know, you're gonna have to probably get a sample. Have to go through all of that, buying a sample and letting it come back and seeing how it is. But you know, you can pick through, you know, these manufacturers that give me quotes, and you know, that's how I found my manufacturer. My manufacturers are in China. It was the more economical way to go for me.
So what's your vision for Smoke Grip?
My vision for Smoke Grip, my vision is simple. If you celebrate 420, you should have a Smoke Grip. Throw away your roach clip and grab a Smoke Grip. I mean, that's the saying, that's the logo, that's what I think it should be. Like I said, you're not gonna see this out. It's one of the few. It's one that I've, you know, an adjustable holder that I've never seen out there. So like I say, you know, I think it's gonna do really well.
And just for the people who may, you know, not be familiar with your product or your channel, where can individuals buy Smoke Grips at, or where can they find you at?
Okay, my official site is smokegrip.com. On YouTube, it's Smoke Grip TV. Facebook, Smoke Grip TV, and future reference, I'm gonna get a TikTok. I'll let y'all know what that one will be.
Probably good.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, let's pause them bad boys one time.